The Dajia Waterworks was located in Shanju village and sourced its water mainly from Wayo River. Completed in 1912, it had a daily output of 400 cubic meters, supplying potable water to the residents of the Dajia area. It was the first piped water system in Taichung. The Taichung Waterworks was situated in what is now the Taichung Headwater Point Park. Its primary source was groundwater, with the first collecting well excavated in 1914. The first collecting well and an elevated water tank were completed in 1916, followed by the second collecting well in 1923, providing municipal water for Taichung City. The Fengyuan Waterworks was established in what is now Zhongjing Park in Fengyuan. It sourced water from the confluence of Beiqing River, Zhongqing River, Nanqing River, and Han River. Completed in 1920, it supplied potable water to residents of the Fengyuan area. The Dongsher Headwater Point drew water from 3 collecting wells located beneath the cliffs of the Dajia River. The water was gathered using pumping wells and pumped electrically to a storage tower. Completed in 1925, it supplied potable water to the Dongsher area. Dajia was renowned for its production of straw mats, which were extensively exported during the Japanese colonial period. The rapid growth of the pandanus raw material industry led to a heightened demand for high-quality water, as water quality significantly impacted product manufacturing. In 1897, Gotō Shinpei began assisting Dajia Street in planning the establishment of the Dajia Waterworks. The British engineer Burton also conducted a headwater survey in Dajia, which was later taken over by his student, engineer Hamano Yashirō, who designed the system with an estimated supply capacity for 5,000 people. After conducting surveys, water was diverted from Wayo River in the mountain foothills of Shanjia village to the urban area. With a 67-foot elevation drop, it was considered an ideal headwater for establishing a water supply system. Construction of the Dajia Waterworks began in 1911. The project included building a concrete intake gate at an exposed rock formation on the left bank of Wayo River, a 382-meter-long open channel, an intake well, a 6-inch pipeline, and various treatment facilities, including a sedimentation tank, sedimentation well, sand filter, sand filtration well, clear water reservoir, and distribution reservoir. Additionally, a 960-meter-long 6-inch distribution main was installed from the water purification station to the urban area. The system was completed and put into operation on June 30, 1912, making it the first tap water facility in Taichung. This milestone marked the beginning of modern drinking water infrastructure in Dajia. In 1924, a swimming pool was constructed opposite the Dajia Waterworks, providing a recreational facility for the residents of Dajia. To further increase water supply capacity, an additional distribution reservoir was built in 1951 adjacent to the clear water reservoir. The entrance plaque of this reservoir bears an inscription by former Taiwan Provincial Governor Wu Guizhen, reading, "When drinking water, remember its source." The purification process of the Dajia Waterworks began with water intake from Wayo River through the intake gate. The raw water then traveled 382 meters through an open channel to the intake well at the purification station. From there, it was transported via a 6-inch pipeline using natural gravity flow to the sedimentation tank, sedimentation well, slow sand filter, sand filtration well, clear water reservoir, and distribution reservoir. Finally, the purified water was delivered to the residents of Dajia through the distribution pipelines, utilizing a natural gravity-fed system. The Dajia Waterworks underwent multiple expansions, and in 1975, the Dajia Operations Office was established. The current water treatment facilities include an aeration tower, flocculation basin, sedimentation tank, rapid sand filter, sand filtration well, and clear water reservoir, as well as deep wells that draw water from underground sources. During the Japanese colonial period, Taichung County was established in 1896. In 1899, the government implemented an urban improvement plan, which included river management and the design of a grid-patterned road system, transforming Taichung into a modern, emerging city. A stable water supply was essential for economic prosperity and urban development. However, Taichung lacked a suitable natural headwater point in its vicinity. In response, engineers Burton and Hamano Yashirō proposed drilling water wells to supply potable water to the entire city. This initiative led to the establishment of the Taichung Waterworks. In 1914, following the recommendation of Burton, a test well was drilled in Dongshizi village, revealing an abundant underground water supply with excellent quality. As a result, Dongshizi village was designated as the headwater point for the Taichung Waterworks. Dongshizi village is the only remaining indigenous settlement in the old urban area of Taichung. With a history spanning over 200 years since the Qing dynasty, it was once a large and thriving settlement. In 1914, the first collecting well was excavated for the Taichung Waterworks, and a water quality inspection facility was also established. In 1916, an elevated water tower was constructed, and water distribution began in May 1916. By March 1917, all construction, including staff residences, was completed. As the population grew, a pump was installed at the first collecting well in 1922 to enhance water supply capacity. Additionally, a second collecting well was excavated in November 1923. Expansion efforts continued, and by 1927, the daily water supply capacity had reached 8,394 cubic meters. Construction of the first collecting well began in 1914 and was completed in 1916. It was located on present-day Jingwu Road in the North District and was built alongside the elevated water tower. This structure was one of the key landmarks marking the beginning of Taichung's modernization. Originally, the facility housed a water well and pumping equipment. Later, it was repurposed as an office for the water company. The first collecting well was demolished in 2011, and the only remaining structure today is the air injection room, which was part of the original facility. The elevated water tower was completed in 1916 and stood several dozen feet tall. It was located near Diantai Street, at the present site of the Taiwan Water Corporation. Constructed with reinforced concrete, the tower featured a reservoir on top, supported by 25 concrete columns reinforcing its base. Distinct architectural elements of the tower included arched recessed columns, decorative brick windows, and balconies of varying heights and sizes. The tower had a storage capacity of 40,000 cubic feet of water. In 1923, Crown Prince Hirohito visited the site during his inspection tour. The elevated water tower remains one of the most impressive surviving industrial buildings in central Taiwan. Although it no longer serves as a water storage facility, the structure has been repurposed as an office and warehouse. The second collecting well was excavated in 1923 and is located within the current headquarters of the Taiwan Water Corporation in Taichung. The facility consists of three main structures: the well, the machine room, and the guardhouse. The well has an octagonal layout and is commonly referred to as the octagonal building. The guardhouse is an elegant Western-style villa, featuring a vest-shaped roof structure made of wood, complemented by a reinforced concrete rain canopy. This blend of materials and design reflects the European-influenced modern architecture of the time. The Taichung Waterworks supplied water by pumping raw water from the first and second collecting wells to the elevated water tower for storage. The stored water was then distributed to Taichung residents using a gravity-fed system. The elevated water tower, second collecting well, and water quality inspection facility were officially registered as historic buildings of Taichung City in 2009. In 1932, Dongshizi Village was transformed into Headwater Point Park, covering an area approximately east of Sanmin Road, north of Jingwu Road, west of the Han River, and south of Xingjin Boulevard. In addition to the waterworks facilities, such as the collecting wells and the elevated water tower, the park's historical area also included several significant landmarks, such as the Confucius Temple, Martyrs Shrine, China Youth Corps, Shuangshi Junior High School, National Taiwan University of Sport, Dongshizi Food Temple, Taichung Broadcasting Station, Taiwan Water Corporation, Taichung First Senior High School, and the surrounding commercial district. These locations were all part of the former Dongshizi village. The Taichung City Swimming Pool was established in 1919, making it Taiwan's first swimming pool. It was renovated in 1928 and is now known as the Taiwan Sport University Swimming Pool. The Taichung Baseball Stadium was originally called the Headwater Point Baseball Field. It was constructed to commemorate the 25th wedding anniversary of Emperor Taisho and was opened in 1935. The stadium had a seating capacity of 10,000 for general spectators and 1,000 for VIP guests. The Taichung Broadcasting Station was a radio station established during the Japanese colonial period and began operations in 1935. It was Taiwan's third major broadcasting facility. The Yongquan Pavilion was originally built during the Qing dynasty as a facility for scholars from various regions to prepare for imperial examinations. During the Japanese colonial period, the building was relocated from Taipei to the Taichung headwater. Fengyuan, located on a vast plain, became a major population center during the Japanese colonial period. However, issues related to insufficient water supply and water quality gradually emerged, making the construction of a waterworks system a critical concern. In 1920, the Japanese government established the Fengyuan Waterworks. After Taiwan's retrocession, the facility was converted into Zhongjing Park and ceased its water supply function. However, remnants of the former water purification facilities can still be faintly observed today. The Fengyuan Waterworks sourced its water from the confluence of Baking River, Zhongking River, Nanking River, and Han River in eastern Fengyuan. This location was chosen due to its abundant water supply and elevated terrain, making it ideal for water intake. The intake point was situated near Lilu Arch Bridge. The Fengyuan Waterworks included various water purification facilities, such as a water storage tower, clarification tank, sand filter, clear water reservoir, distribution reservoir, as well as a plant manager's residence and staff dormitories. The water storage tower was used to store raw water collected from the intake point at the headwater point. The raw water was pumped up to the elevated storage tower and then flowed downward naturally into the clarification tank for further treatment. The clarification tank served the purpose of preliminarily clarifying the raw water. Water from the storage tower flowed into the clarification tank through pipelines. To enhance the clarification efficiency, the upper section of the clarification tank was equipped with devices to remove suspended particles from the water surface, while the lower section featured mechanisms to scrape and collect sediment settled at the bottom. Today, the former clarification tank site has been repurposed as a skating rink in Zhongjing Park. The sand filter of the Fengyuan Waterworks was a slow sand filter, designed to further purify the clarified water from the clarification tank. Water passed from top to bottom through layers of filter media, removing suspended particles, and then flowed naturally by gravity into the clear water reservoir. After the sand filter was decommissioned, it was repurposed as the Zhongjing swimming pool before being demolished in 2014. The clear water reservoir was used to store purified water. Water from the sand filter underwent chlorination and disinfection to ensure water quality before being transferred to the distribution reservoir. Today, the former clear water reservoir has been converted into a fish pond in Zhongjing Park. The distribution reservoir was used to store purified water that had undergone chlorination and disinfection in the clear water reservoir. It ensured a steady supply of clean water to the Shigang and Fengyuan areas. Today, the former distribution reservoir site is an open space within the park. The Fengyuan Waterworks sourced water from the confluence of Nanking River, Baking River, Zhongking River, and Han River. The raw water was processed through the water storage tower, clarification tank, sand filter, and clear water reservoir, where it underwent chlorination. The purified water was then stored in the distribution reservoir before being supplied to the residents of the Fengyuan area. Zhongjing Park preserves several historical landmarks, including the remains of the water shrine and the former residence of Yoshinaga, the Japanese director of the Fengyuan waterworks. This residence has since been repurposed as a commercial establishment. The park also features a 19-meter-tall bronze statue of Chiang Kai-shek, which is the tallest of its kind in Taiwan. Additionally, to commemorate the devastating impact of the 1999 Chi-Chi earthquake, which severely affected the Fengyuan area, a 921 memorial monument was erected at the fault line. It is sculpted to represent the imagery of the earth ox turning over, with its horns supporting the island of Taiwan. During the Japanese colonial period, municipal water supply in Taichung was primarily provided by the Dajia, Taichung, and Fengyuan waterworks. However, after the completion of the Shigang Dam in 1977, the Taichung waterworks was gradually phased out. Today, Taichung's main headwater come from the Shigang Dam, Layutan Reservoir, and Shilin Weir, while water purification is handled by the Fengyuan 1st and 2nd Water Purification Station and the Liu Tan Water Purification Station. These headwater and purification facilities will be introduced in the next episode. Stay tuned.